and I'm the preacher at the West Side Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. And I thank you for joining me today as we open up the Bibles and study the Word of God. Obviously my computer's not acting right this morning because that's why I'm on my phone and don't have the countdown or anything else with it. Apologies on that. But either way, we still able to continue to get this done and continue through the book of Genesis. So we're in Genesis chapter 46, and we're looking at verse 26. Genesis 46 and looking at verse 26. As you read this verse, it says, all the persons belonging to Jacob who came into Egypt, who were his own descendants, not including Jacob's sons' wives, were 66 persons in all. The key part in making sure when you read that and you go through the descendants as you're reading through verses 1 through 27 here is focused on what it says there. It says these are his descendants who are his people, his descendants, not his sons. So, I mean, automatically you probably add 12, right? 12 a wife for each son, though maybe Benjamin's not married yet. I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, you do know because you can go through the Benjamin. So verse 21 says, and the sons of Benjamin. So Benjamin even has some children there. So all of them, I believe, had children. Got ahead of myself. Anyways, and so it's listing all the descendants. And this doesn't include the wives. It probably doesn't include the servants, since it's saying it's his descendants. And so you got 66 of blood relatives, we might say. And so you'd be adding on top of that with, the wives. And we know under the Old Testament, usually had multiple wives here and there. And then you also have to add into the servants, the maidservants, and so they probably had a larger number that went with them than just 66 as we would be reading this. But I always look at it and go, all right, they started off in Egypt at this number of people. Then we kind of go and we move on into Exodus and we start reading about them leaving Egypt and how many people there were when they go into the land of Canaan. And every now and then we'll see some different numbers. But remembering that God started with Abraham and Sarah, and Abraham had some servants of his own already, but Abraham had no descendants. And so you went from Abraham and Sarah, who had no descendants, to having Isaac, to having Jacob, to having 12 sons, to having 66, right? And so you start off with 2, and within Isaac, Jacob, 3 generations, I had to think there, I had to count. 3 generations, the number of children, just the family grew that much. And so it's just God fulfilling that promise of having descendants as the stars in the sky. It's slowly adding up, slowly getting larger and larger from generation to generation, you might say. So anyways, that's just my comments for today. As you read the rest of the chapter, it's about Joseph telling Jacob what to do as he approaches the Pharaoh so that they can receive some good land. So anyways, I truly appreciate you joining me today. I thank you. Appreciate everybody who continues to follow along, and that gives me the like and share every now and then, and comments helps this get out to others. And again, I truly do appreciate it. If you're ever reading ahead of the schedule, again, if you got a verse that you feel like would be good talking about, or you'd like to hear being talked about, then please let me know. I know as we've been going through Genesis, it's kind of just going down the storyline, so maybe not so much in that. But as we're about to finish up Genesis, I want to say we're going into Acts. Can't quite remember right now. But anyways, if you get on our website, the congregation's website, and you go to the calendar, you'll be able to bring up the reading schedule there. It's got every day as you look through it and look ahead, and you can read ahead. And if you got a verse you'd like to talk about, then please let me know, and I'll look at using that verse as we get to it. So thank you again. Hope that you have a blessed day. the Lord wills, I will talk to you later.